Yo, what is going on, guys? Back with another video, and today we're going to explain the numa shenanigans. Well, this is an old tale, and we are going to explain and maybe do some theories about what happened at numa. Now, numa was a search facility by uh, a Chinese group that looked like Division 9. Well, Division 9, or else known as Group 935, or group German scientists that were experimenting on element 115. That the element 115 is a blue meteorite that with contact can turn any living thing into a zombie. Um, this element was used for experiments on dogs, creatures, and other sorts of things like humans, making the first zombies. Now, the first zombies were made by Edward Richtofen and Dr. Max's on one fateful day. Uh, so yeah, the whole story of the zombies is pretty much messed up, and I'm going to explain it in another video. But today we're going to focus on Shinonuma. Now, as I said before, the Shinonuma research facility was used as a training grounds for test subjects, zombies, like yeah, zombies. But the zombies weren't any type of zombies. They weren't used by the Germans or the Americans, as later on we know that Americans started experimenting with element 115. No, these zombies were experimented by well, the Japanese people, and one of them is Takeo Masaki, also known as uh, Ultimates Takeo Masaki. Now, there are two types of groups. There are the Ultimates, which are the more grim versions of the original cast, which yeah, that's a dark rabbit hole they went on, following Richtofen's path. And we have the Premise crew, which is the most the most important part of the Zombies franchise. Without them, there wouldn't even be a storyline. Well, let's get on with the video, shall we? Yeah, so the Shinonuma research facility, as I said, was used to create the first Japanese zombies, and as the looks of it, it was inspired by uh, a real division, which is on was actually in China. And if you want to find that research facility in China, well, I'm going to post a comment on it, and you can find well, the entire history. But I would not recommend it because they were cruel people, and they mostly experimented on well, any kind of people using biological weapons. Anyways, we are here for Shinonuma, not real life stories. So, my thoughts on Shinonuma is that Shinonuma was first, it was first some kind of secret search facility, as Oishi and Zetsu Bonoshima, that the real research facility was abandoned years ago, and Shinonuma seems to be an outpost for removing zombies. Like, it was a more safe version of Zetsuko no Shima, because if we see Zetsuko no Shima, we're doing many types of illegal scientists, like cloning and doing biological weapons, like with plants. So they made them very wrong in some places. But as my thoughts go to Shinonuma and Zetsubo no Shima, Zetsubo no Shima is a very creepy Easter egg that if you look at one of the cloning pods, well, if you scope into one of the cloning pods, you will see that if you just zoom into one of the cloning pods and look behind you, well, a clone is going to spawn behind you and jump scare you with that. Yep, it's just a jump scare, nothing else. And now I'm going to talk about how the Premise crew got to Zetsubo no Shima. Now, the Premise crew, I don't know how they got on that Japanese ship, but I think they got captured by the Japanese people, and well, as it was shown in the cutscene, the Japanese people weren't that kind to them, and yeah, so yeah, and they ended up on Tetsubonoshima. Well, now the Tetsubonoshima part has a lot of backstory, and we don't really know uh, if it was really created by the Japanese people, but I think it was created, and yeah, it was stupid to underestimated part by me that it wasn't created by the Japanese people, as that land is Japanese soil. Also, where famous Takemasaki, is there, and we need to take his soul. So yeah, pretty dark stuff if you ask me. And the most important part about all this Easter egg in Tetsubonoshima is, well, cloning pods. Now, the cloning pods. What are cloning pods? Well, if you ask me, the cloning pods are biologically enhanced version of ourselves, or even, well, our DNA split into other groups of people, and they are creating new versions of us, or versions of us that are going to, well, replace us. Because yeah, the zombies lore is very messed up, and if you think about it, the zombies crew have died multiple times and have gone into multiple characters. So if you think about it, the cloning aspect of that would make a lot of sense if you think about it, because they have quick revive, which can revive a person, but it would make a sense if they have died multiple times and they were not revived. Now let's jump on another subject, which are the perks. Now the perks were made by the German people as a means to enhance a person's like abilities. Now we got Juggernog, which Juggernog increases the health and durability of a person. Double tap, which increases the, well, the fire damage of a person, which I don't know how how freak how a freaking pop can accidentally give you superpowers just by drinking it in the firearm aspect, but it's the game, so we don't do the logic. And we have speed cola, which speed cola is a very useful uh, useful perk, but it as we see in the ingredients in Cold War, it has methamphetamines, which are types of drugs that make you hyperactive, which would explain why you were reloading such fast. And also we have the Pack-a-Punch. Now the Pack-a-Punch is a mystical a mystical doohickey that enhances your weapons, so like 50% of fire damage, and yeah, it was a cool integration into more fire damage and more powerful weapons. Now there are wonder weapons like the ray gun, blundergat, man, so much more. But yeah, this is all I had to say for now, and yeah, the Mob of the Dead Easter egg is going to be posted on, I think, June the 7th, I think, yeah, 7th. And be sure to like and subscribe if you want to hear that part, and maybe get the Easter egg. But yeah, that's all I was going to say for now. Oh, and also one more thing. Around the map on Numa and the Numa remake on BO in Call Mobile, there will be radios that will tell the history of Numa and what happened on it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Goodbye.
ahead. You hear it too? Phew. Now, who would be calling such an obviously abandoned research facility?
Double